Hello students, welcome to the lecture on Introduction to Operation Research. Let us start with the Introduction to Operation Research. Operation Research (OR) is a science which deals with problem, formulation, solutions and finally appropriate decision making. The OR is the use of mathematical models, statistics and algorithm to aid in decision making.
What is operational research? In a nutshell, OR is the discipline of applying appropriate analytical methods to help make better decisions. In today's world, OR is all around us. It can be found in just about everything we do. It forms the building blocks for our everyday world, from buying a flight to queuing for our weekly groceries. It helps save lives. It drives business and government. Without OR, the modern world we take for granted wouldn't exist. There has never been a better time to be an operational researcher. Today, most organisations have masses of data. The ways we communicate are fast. Computers are sophisticated and powerful. And the business world is now investing heavily in putting operational research at the centre of what they do. This is not maths in theory, but maths in the real world, making a real difference.
We will discuss about features of operation research. In the OR, we include the features like decision making. Every industrial organization faces multifaceted problems to identify best possible solution to their problems. Scientific approach. OR applies scientific methods, techniques and tools for the purpose of analysis and solution of the complex problems. In this approach, there is no place for guesswork and the person bias of the decision maker. Interdisciplinary team approach. Basically, the industrial problems are of complex nature and therefore require a team effort to handle it. System approach. The main aim of the system approach is to trace for each proposal all significant and indirect effects on all subsystems on a system and to evaluate each action in terms of effects for the system as a whole. Mathematical and analytical models of OR to obtain acceptable solution. Use of computers. The models of OR need lot of computation and therefore the use of computers becomes necessary. The various steps required for the analysis of a problem under OR are: observe the problem environment. The first step of OR study is the observation of the environment in which the problem exists. The activities that constitute this step are visits, conferences, observations, research, etc. which analyze and define the problem. In this step, not only the problem is defined, but also uses objectives and limitations of the study that are stressed in the light of the problem. Develop a model. The next step is to develop model, which is representation of same real or abstract situation. Selection of data input. It is an established fact that without authentic and appropriate data, the results of the OR models cannot be trusted. Solution and testing. In this step, the solution of the problems is obtained with the help of model and data input. Implementation of the solution. This is the last phase of the OR study. In OR, the decision making is scientific, but implementation of decision involves many behavioral issues. Therefore, implementation authority has to resolve the behavioral issues involving the workers and supervisors to avoid further conflicts. OR analysts have given special impetus to the development and use of techniques include linear programming, LP. Linear programming is basically a constraint optimization technique which tries to optimize some criterion within some constraints. Waiting line or queuing theory. These deals with the situation in which queue is formed or the customers have to wait for service or machines wait for repairmen, and therefore concept of a queue is involved. Game theory. It is used for decision making under conflicting situations where there are one or more opponents. The opponents in game theory are called players. The motives of the players are victimized. Inventory control models. These models deal with the quantities which are either to be purchased or stocked, since each factor involves cost. The purchase and material managers are normally encounter such situations. Simulation. It is basically data generating technique where sometimes it is risky, cumbersome or time consuming to conduct real study or experiment to know more about situation or problem. Non-linear programming. These models may be used when either the objective function or some of the constraints are not linear in nature. The main fields where OR is extensively used are national planning and budgeting. The OR is used for preparation of 5-year plans, annual budgets, forecasting of income and expenditure, scheduling of major projects of national importance, estimation of GNP, GDP, population employment, and generation of agriculture yields, etc. Defense services. Basically, formulation of OR started from USA Army, so it has wide application in areas such as development of new technology, optimization of cost and time, tender evaluation, industrial establishment and private sector units. OR can be effectively used in plant location and setting, finance planning, product and process planning, facility planning and construction, production planning and control, purchasing, maintenance management and personnel management, etc. These are some of the benefits offered by OR. Decrease cost or investment, increase revenue or return on investment, increase market share, manage and reduce risk, improve quality, increase throughput while decreasing delays, achieve improved utilization from limited resources, demonstrate and feasibility and workability. These are some important advantages of operation research. Effective decisions. Operation research helps the managers to take better and quicker decisions. Better coordination. Operation research helps to coordinate all the decisions of the organization. Facilitates control. Operation research helps the manager to control his subordinates. Improves productivity. Operation research helps to improve the productivity of the organization. It helps to decide about the selection, location and size of the factories, warehouses, etc.